Welcome everyone. Welcome to my channel. Whoever is watching my videos across the multiverse. Ashik here, and as always I try to entertain you with some new contents. Today I am gonna discuss about One Punch Man manga chapter 138, and man, what a chapter it was. We already know that the heroes are gonna gangbang Saikorochi. Um, but what is more interesting was that the revelation of an unknown being cuddling alone and peeping through the hole watching. Some people are saying that it is God himself, and others are saying it might as well as be Garu transforming into disaster level God. Whichever it is, let us find out after we review it. The revelation of the chapter begins directly from the cover page of the manga as we see Saitama, Flashy Flash, and one-eyed no-named monster that Saitama and Flashy Flash actually took hostage of. Now the three of them seem to be looking through a hole, the translation stating, "What is this thing that is peeping at us?" And in the next time, we get the name of the chapter, Into the Abyss. Now this is very interesting on its own, but on the last pages of the chapter, as the revelation goes, we see what that being was. And that threw everything, including me, off guard. First of all, let us talk about what we read and saw at the last chapter. Genos and Drive Knight finally caught Psycho Orochi and planned to blast her off. In this chapter, we see at the opening that Genos and Drive Knight both are channeling their energy right into her body, and it is kind of getting pumped up by the two of them, reminding me of some nasty thoughts. But nevertheless, her belly keeps bloating with all of those energy, and then she redirects all of it via a cross-shaped mouth right into Genos and Drive Knight, blasting both of them away. Well, we know that she can alter her body into any shape she wants to, so it was not surprising. After that, she seems to be throwing an energy beam towards the top of the tower where I think Tatsumaki is. But the beam is suddenly blocked by a rock, which Tank Top Master throws at her randomly. We also see a shot of Fubuki and Tank Top Master actually thinks that Fubuki is helping him throwing at the right trajectory, which is actually funny because Fubuki says she is not doing anything. And then Drive proposes to Genos about his idea of combining their energy core together as they are both cyborgs, which Genos accepts. So they quite fuse together like a suit of armor around Genos and using Drive Knight's sword, which I don't know where it came from, but it might be a tool inside the box that Metal Knight was using. And then they stop Psycho Orochi in her tracks. We see a mastery of art here by Murata zooming into the clash between them. Oh, also the tactical combination is named Promoted Rook, which is weird. But they stopped her from fleeing any farther, and Genos says that he will soon run out of juice and to hurry up. Seeing the chance, Tank Top Master throws a building at them which carried all of the S-Class heroes and Amai Mask. Psycho Orochi again throws an energy beam at them, but it was caught by Atomic Samurai's Atomic Beeline Slash, which was incredibly drawn. I mean, all the slashing that Atomic Samurai does with his speed looks awesome. And after that, we have Puri Puri Prisoner, whom I got goosebumps upon seeing his angel wings. But when I realized that those are not actually real and he's making up those, whew, after his move, Vibration Dark Angel Rush, Darshan comes immediately hovering in the air like he was stepping on Puri Puri Prisoner's back with his right leg and strikes a cool pose that similarly was funny and also dramatic. But the artwork here shows that giant Darshan, which I believe is a visual sort of effect for us. And right then, Darshan launches himself at Saikorochi with a super alloy missile, kicking her with a massive force. Then Psychos actually managed to defuse herself from Orochi because the body was broken and escapes at a short distance, which results in Silverfang and his brother Bomb throwing their cross-fang Dragon Slayer fist at the now defused Orochi, which deals much damage to him. But that is not the end, guys. We also see Tatsumaki charging up her super power, and then she drills a massive hole underground to take a massive, massive amount of pile and rock, and then shapes it as a spear coating with her green energy, which is a spear of light. But after seeing just the sheer size of the spear, I thought Tatsumaki was creating another Boros ship, which might be bigger actually. Compared to the city, it almost takes all of the space of the entire sky. And after charging that baby up, Tatsumaki is ready to throw it at Orochi and says, "See ya, man." Well, this is the end of the manga above the surface, but interesting interestingly, there is quite something happening underground. While Saitama was helping Flashy Flash moving the rock pile, he came across a certain metal box and throws it away. But what is that interesting thing? Here is that it looks a lot like the box that Blast was holding and probably the Ninja Village's mysterious box. Now, what can I say about this? But I might be wrong, so let us hope we see more of it. While this was going on, Tatsumaki was drilling the spear from underground, which was funny because they were just wasting their time and they gained nothing because it resulted in breaking Flashy Flash's sword insta-kill in half. Funny moment actually. And then Saitama begins to argue with Flashy Flash when our hostage monster was planning to escape via a hole, which later Saitama and Flashy Flash both joins him to see what is beyond that. And this is where the internet is going crazy. Seeing into the hole, we see a gigantic. Sorry, that will be an understatement because what we see is a being cuddled up with his arms around his legs, sitting and the panel rumbling. I mean, look at this being. Just look at him. The sheer size of it is without a doubt thousands of kilometers long, and when sitting actually. When Saitama and the other two sees through the hole, uh, the light that is reflected from that hole seems minuscule. That alone shows us the sheer size and quantity and monster's body that is only sitting. If it actually stand up, then oh my god, it will be a sight to see. Everyone is indicating, everyone and everything is indicating that this may be the god that gave homeless emperor and psychos powers to destroy the earth and is observing everything from deep inside the earth. I also know it could be the case because the story is progressing towards that way. Also, I am saying that if that happens, it will be a phenomenal battle between Saitama and God because Saitama is always craving for something delicious and God is literally going to give him that. But I also think there might be another case that can be applied here. Now, this can be only me, but that is god level monster Garo. We see a couple of chapters back that Garo was undergoing some transformation. Now this might be the case which Garo is getting his powers for the terror he wants to bring. He might be getting the power similar to Homeless Emperor and Psychos both. Now I could be wrong here, but I'll go with that theory. So if that happens, then we can expect some story in the same way that the webcomic where Garo beats the S-Class heroes and later fights with Saitama and eventually lost. What do you think going to happen, man? That will be awesome, but this might be God himself peeping through earth's above, which is going to be really cool, or a shell in which Garo is undergoing a transformation and eventually will break out of it to be a disaster level god and then fight all the S-Class heroes and then Saitama. Well, let us see which way it goes, and I am looking forward to the next chapter. Murata, come on, give me a badass chapter like this more. Well everyone, that was all for this video. If you like the video, then please consider subscribing to the channel and also like the video for it to be seen by others that my channel could grow. So see you in the next video.